Buffalo Bills this week. Big favorites against the New York Jets. I've been watching a couple other games. If Cincinnati loses, or it's not going to happen with New England. But anyway, I don't think I want the Bills playing the Patriots the first round of the playoffs, which means things have to happen.
What are you worried about?
I don't like playing a team 3 times.
Okay, I agree with you, but they split. Now, here, let me take a second. Lean back.
That would be, just to clear that would be the matchup right now. The 4 versus 5, the Bills would play the Patriots if everything stays the same.
Now, however, if all the betting favorites win this weekend, the Bills would end up taking on the Colts in Orchard Park opening weekend. Look, I would like to take a second to rub it in everybody's face who was tweeting at me and some people sitting here in this room. What did I tell you 5 weeks ago? What did I tell you 5 weeks ago? You had nothing to worry about. Everything was going to be fine. The Patriots are pretenders. And look, I'm not saying that the Bills, let's say the Bills play the Patriots next weekend, right? I'm not saying the Bills come in and walk over them. They don't scare me. Is Mac Jones going to go and put a team on his back and win a playoff game? He's not going to do it. You saw the performance that Josh Allen put on against Bill Belichick's defense when it wasn't 100,000-mile-an-hour wins.
Now, I always believe in the setups, like even though the Colts came into Buffalo earlier this season, just ran them off the field, the most lopsided game they played all year. I think I'd rather have Indy come back and try it again.
Strictly based on matchups, I want New England. Now, if it ends up being Buffalo and Indianapolis, I'm not scared of Indianapolis. You're right. I think it was just one of those games where it was quicksand. Everything that could go wrong went wrong. I mean, you're an Isaiah McKenzie fumble away from, instead of being down 24-0, 24-3, whatever it was, you have the ball back looking to cut it to one score.
Let me jump on what Bill's point is, and I think it's interesting. If you're the Buffalo Bills defense, you might want to see Indy again so that they don't do what Jonathan Taylor did last time to you again, and you're building a pride thing. The New England thing, you can't tell me you're going into this game, Duffy, with the fear of a little bit of the ghost coming back in a game where the money's on the line. Now, you're not going to play next week.
You believe in ghosts?
Do you believe in ghosts?
No, ghosts aren't real.
Okay.
There are no such thing as ghosts. Tom Brady ain't there anymore. Bill Belichick is not the genius he thought he was, right? Because there was oh my God, we only threw the ball 3 times. Look what an amazing coach he is. Hey, look what happens when you got to roll the ball out there and play an actual football team. Not such a genius anymore, are you? If he's so brilliant, stop Josh Allen from completing 12-yard completions on 3rd and 10 5 times in the last 2 drives.
Can I give the Bills a little bit of credit? They've been able to run the football the last couple of weeks, which has helped out and not put the pressure on Josh Allen, which would be great against the Indianapolis Colts or the Patriots in a cold weather game. Would you not agree?
Where do we stand with that heading into the last week of the season? I mean, what is the status of the Bills' running game?
I think it's a little bit better than the start of the year. Let's be honest with you. The start of the year was non-existent. It was basically Josh Allen running for his life for the most part and Duffy being concerned about it, which is true. It's gotten a little bit better the last couple of weeks. Now, think about it. The competition hasn't been great. It hasn't been great with Atlanta. We know with the Jets, it's not going to be much better. But I think the confidence level of the running game is a little bit better, and that's what I hope on.
Competition has been great. Singletary had a touchdown and 86 yards on the ground against the New England Patriots, a team that you're worried about coming to Buffalo and doing something, right? Look, they're not going to rely on their run game that is Devin Singletary.
I'm not saying they have to rely on their run game. You got to have something.
What's something? Because you had 86 against New England.
Good.
You had 50. Devin Singletary had 56 against the Panthers, and he had 110 against Atlanta. Right?
Yes.
Is that something? Is 56 against a team like Carolina something?
Give me anything better than that. 3 games for the Buffalo Bills running game earlier this year. It hasn't existed. That's why it's so important going into the playoffs.
Any chance we're taking the Jets too lightly?
No.
They were a play away from beating Tampa.
No. If it's ifs and buts or candy and nuts, I don't remember how the rest of this goes. But you get the point that I'm making. No, I mean, look, you got Zach Wilson coming in, right? The Bills picked off Mike White 4 times, beat him by 28 points the first time they played him in the Meadowlands. You got this kid from Utah with that kind of haircut coming into Orchard Park in January against this defense.
That kind of haircut.
You see that, you know what I'm talking about.
I do know what you're talking about. And by the way,
I'm talking about the haircut.
When Antonio Brown walked off the field, the Jets were leading that game. Tampa Bay came back and beat them. Their psyche is done. They're just looking to go into the offseason.
Yeah, it could be the last shot. So, I guess we all do. 16.5 is the betting line, and I do always ask you about it. What do you think, Drew?
I'd say 2 touchdowns, but not 16.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
I'm with him. I mean, I think you're also at the point where you're rolling into the playoffs. If the Bills get up 2 possessions late in the game, maybe you start putting people down. I don't think they get to 16.5, but they do win.
Win, and there's a home playoff game. That's kind of cool.
Looking forward to it.